The Apple's Health app on your iPhone is an underrated gem on your iPhone. It's a must-use app if you're focused on your health, which you should be. It's like your personal health dashboard built with extensive features. There is so much health data and information, many feel overwhelmed to even use it. This video is going to simplify all of that. Whether you're already using your health app and looking for some tips and tricks, or you're an absolute beginner, this video will help you master iOS Health app. Let's get started. As usual, let's start with the basic. What is Health app? It's a pre-installed app on your iPhone or iPad which keeps track of all your health data. It creates beautiful graphs, shows you useful trends on your health data, and works like a dashboard to keep track of all your vital information. At its core, it's very simple, right? But where it becomes super powerful is with its data integration across many different health apps and gadgets. Imagine this, you own a step tracker to track your steps and it comes with its own app. Then you own a sleep monitor to track your sleep and it has its own app too. Then there is the heart rate monitor, which again has its own app. There is one for nutrition, there is one for weight, and very quickly you're swapping between 10 different apps to keep track of your health and progress. Apple Health app sort of acts like one place tracker for all those different apps. If a health gadget is compatible with Apple Health, then it can write its data to Apple Health. And suddenly, all your sleep data, steps, activity data, nutrition data, weight data are all presented to you in one app. That too with trends, highlights, and notifications. That's amazing, right? Not just that, apps can read data from Apple Health too to correlate information across metrics to identify if one health aspect impacts another. For example, if I eat a sugary late-night meal the previous night, my sleep quality drops significantly. I can visually see this on Apple Health, which helps me take meaningful actions on it. Okay, now we know what the Health app does. Let's quickly jump into the app and explore its UI. This is the home screen of the Apple Health app. If you notice below, there are 3 tabs and we are in the first one, the Summary tab. The next tab is called the Sharing tab and the last one is the Browse tab. We will go over each of these. If you look at the top, there will be your profile icon. This is the place where you can configure your health profile. If you haven't done so, I highly recommend configuring this. In this profile section, you can enter details like your date of birth, your blood type, your allergies and conditions, or any other information important to your health. Where this will help is if you need an immediate medical attention and the responders need to get all your vital information about you, they can immediately see important information that you have configured about you through your iPhone. For example, I have configured my information already. When my phone is locked, if I try to switch off my phone by holding the power and volume button, you can see this medical ID section. If I swipe, all my configured information is readily available for responders to see and act immediately. How useful this can be in case of emergency, right? Going back to the profile section, this is also where you can set up the access to other apps and devices that have access to your health information. We'll get to the privacy section soon. Okay, let's go back. Now, before we start exploring the health data here, how do we even add our data to the health app? That's the important part, right? Well, as I said, any device or app can write to the Apple Health app and you just need to provide the proper permissions. Let's say you don't have any health device, your iPhone itself collects a lot of health data about you. And it's pretty accurate too. It can track your steps, it can track the approximate hours you slept if you enable the sleep focus mode. It can estimate the calories burned, your activity level, walking distance, and so much more just by having your iPhone in your pocket. And all of those data automatically flows to the Apple Health app. That's awesome, right? Let's get a little more advanced. Say you bought an Apple Watch. Your Apple Watch tracks an insane amount of your health data. Your steps, your heart rate, your breathing, your detailed sleep, your skin temperature, your HRV, your step length, your respiration, maybe 100 different metrics. And it's one of the most accurate health tracker out there. Just by wearing your Apple Watch, all that health data your watch collects will flow directly into Health app and you can see them here automatically. What if I don't have an Apple Watch or use a different health tracker like a Luna Ring? As long as the device is compatible with Apple Health, the third-party app can write the same health information it records to Apple Health app. You just need to go into the third-party app and configure Apple Health and also give the necessary permissions to write to it. I have a weighing scale that is compatible with Apple Health. So when I configure Apple Health, every time I weigh myself, the data is added to the Apple Health app. I have 10 different apps recording different data. I can view all of those information on Apple Health app as long as they are compatible. Now, many health trackers are compatible with Apple Health, which is great. Let me quickly show you an example here. This is my FitnessPal app. Here, I'm logging that I had a protein shake for breakfast. Since it's linked to Apple Health, if I go to Apple Health, I can see under nutritional information all the breakdown of food I had, like protein intake for the day, sugar intake, etc. Or if you have an old school weighing machine or health device which does not connect to Apple Health, you can just manually enter the data yourself in the Health app, which I will show you shortly. Now, if I go to my profile and choose apps under privacy, you can see how many apps can read and write health data to Apple Health. These are only the ones I use. There's a lot more apps which support Apple Health. Okay, we know how to set the app and how to bring data into the app. Now let's see how to actually view the data and make the best use out of it. I'll start with the Browse tab at the bottom. This is where all your data lives. All your data is categorized automatically into activity, body measurements, cycle tracking, hearing, heart, and so on. If you go into a category, you can see these cards. Each card represents a single health data. Here, for example, steps, walking distance, exercise minutes, and so on. You can see here, just within the activity category, how much data is available for me to see. I wear an Apple Watch, so most of this data is coming from my watch. Let me go into one and show you in detail. Let me tap on steps. Steps is one of the most important health parameter to keep you healthy. In the steps page, I can see a graph of my total daily step I have taken over the week. I can swipe right to show me the previous week data. This is 1 week's data as I can see the slider above. If I want to see my step data over this month, I can tap on month and it can show me my steps information over the month. I can swipe again to view more previous data. On an average, I have walked around 5,000 steps a day. If I swipe down on this page, I can see more insights on my steps data. Like, how am I doing this week over my previous week? Am I trending up or down? Let's say I do not wear my Apple Watch or any tracker, but I did a 1 mile hike. I can manually enter this information to Apple Health. Let me go to my activity category and select the walking distance property. At the top, I can choose Add Data. And here, I can add 1 mile manually to Apple Health app. I can do this for any health property like weight, heart rate, blood pressure, glucose, etc. Let me show you one more data which I track periodically. If I go back and pick the heart rate category, I can see my heart rate, my resting heart rate, my heart rate variability, etc. Same concept here. I can tap on one of them, like my heart rate. Here it shows my heart rate values on this day. I can tap on the graph to see a value at a certain point, or I can slide my finger to see a value at a different time. I can see the value for the day, week, month, or even a year. If I swipe below, I get more insights. One last, sleep data. If I go in, I can see how I slept last night with my sleep stages. This data is again from the Apple Watch, but any sleep tracker like Oura Ring, Luna Ring can give this data in Apple Health. When I tap on Show More Sleep Data, it gives me more detailed information on all sleep stages. When I tap on Comparison, I can compare my sleep stages to my heart rate, respiratory rate, etc. All this is super useful for me to understand my sleeping habits and how my sleeping habits are affecting my resting heart rate. Okay, now I think you get the idea. There are a ton of health parameters in different categories where you can tap and explore the data yourself. Now, let me show you the summary page. The summary page, like the name suggests, is to summarize your health data into one view. For example, you may like to regularly check on your steps, sleep, and resting heart rate every day. So you can just bring these data into the summary page to view them immediately when you open the app. These are the information I have decided to show up on my summary page. To customize this view, just tap on Edit on top right corner here. Here you can see a pin section and then the rest of the health parameters. Let's say I want to track my protein information. I can scroll down, find protein under nutrition and tap the pin to pin it to the top of my summary page. Now, when I go up, I can record the section in a way I want. Let me bring the protein a bit up by dragging and dropping. When I hit done, I can see the health parameters which are important to me first on the summary tab. I can tap on one and explore more if I want to. If I go below the pin cards, Apple Health starts showing me more insights and trends. These are dynamic and are based on your data trends. I want to show you one more important card that I have pinned, which is called the Vital section. This is new to iOS 18. All the health data can be overwhelming and some people may just need a simplified view just to know if their vitals like resting heart rate, sleep, respiration and HRV are in normal range. This vital section in one view will show if any of those parameters are out of range. I like to check this data almost daily to see how I'm doing. The sharing tab, I think, is self-explanatory. If you want to share any of your health metrics with someone, you can do that here. You can pick exactly which health property to share, like high heart rate, cardio fitness, etc. This way, your partner or others can keep a tab on your health anytime. Okay, that's already a lot of information. There's a lot more you can do with the health app, like managing preferences, sharing data with other apps, health widgets, etc. I'll cover all of these in a separate video. If you want me to cover something specifically, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to cover in the upcoming video. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay healthy. This is Sanjana. Bye-bye.